Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. This mug says, Mama needs some coffee. And I use this mug today in honor of my two sons. It's a rarity that I talk to them on the same day, but I got to converse and engage with both of them yesterday. And so I woke up with a full mother's heart this morning. So I'm going to jump in. I am actually doing this in response to a conversation that I had with a young person the other day um, who was sharing with me, to their chagrin, their mother doesn't trust them. And they were like, but I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. And she don't trust me. No matter what I do, she's not going to trust me. Da, da, da. And so I had to talk to this young person about the concept of trust isn't something that is automatic. Trust is something that's built over time. And it's the same conversation that I have about friendship. I tell the young people that sometimes they get burned in their friendships because they treat friendship like it's a sprint, when indeed real friendships, because you get to see people in seasons, are marathons. And the same thing is true about trust. So today I want to talk to you about don't skip the process of building trust. There are four steps. If you are somebody who new people are coming into your life and you're trying to discern if they are people that you can trust, can I respectfully say to you, one, rely on the Holy Spirit to give you discernment. That's one of the things that I would say to you is, ask for discernment. Good morning, Miss Brown. Um, I would say to you, ask the Holy Spirit for discernment. That's the first thing. The second thing, though, that I would say to you is if you really want people to trust you and if you really want to trust other people, consistency is key. Watch people over a period of time. Do they show up the same way? Do you show up for me in the valleys like you showed up for me on the mountaintops? Do you show up for me um, on the mountaintops like you did for me when I was in the valley? I don't seek friendships where people can only be one or the other. I'm good with you when somebody dies, but I'm not good with you to celebrate the good things in your life. I like people who are consistent across the bandwidth. I want to go through the valleys with my friends, but I also want to be on the mountaintop celebrating with them when good things are happening for them. I'm consistent over time, which is how I judge whether I trust someone. If they are consistent, they do the same kinds of things. I can count on them. They're going to show up and be who they are authentically over time. That's the first thing. Is do you have people who are consistent? The second thing, communicate openly. You've got to be often communicating to people that you're trying to build trust with and that are trying to build trust with you. Can I be real transparent with you? I have people in my life who are vaults, and they think that because they are, I trust them. I don't. Trust comes when we are equally open. When you give some information and you get some information. That's how you build mutual trust. Just because you can hold it doesn't mean that we are in relationship, because relationship is a give and it's a take. So the way that you build that is you both communicate openly with each other what your needs are. I don't hold people accountable for treating me ways that I haven't communicated to them. I also don't take responsibility for showing up in communication with people who have not communicated their needs to me. I'm not a mind reader. So the way that you build trust over time is you communicate openly, show vulnerability, be willing to admit your mistakes, but also be willing to allow people to admit theirs. When people come to you vulnerable and you punish them with, well, that's what I thought anyway. Good morning, Erica. Good to see you, sweetheart. um, you punish them because they chose to be vulnerable, or you refuse to be vulnerable. You can't have real trust, because vulnerability is shared. We both have something to risk and something to gain. When you are vulnerable, you literally lay open before people. That's why you got to give it time, y'all, because guess what? I'm not laying all of me open for anybody until I've seen you in all the seasons, whether it's a intimate relationship or it's a friendship. Trust is built when we are vulnerable, but we also have to have laid the groundwork for us and for other people to be vulnerable. And how do you do that? You build that groundwork over time by being consistent. When people know that you're going to show up for them, they trust that you will. And so the vulnerability and the walls go down and the vulnerability goes up. And finally, prove reliability over time. There's some people I'm having an issue with someone that I love like I love my pinky toe. Yep, I love this person like I love my pinky toe. And he said to me yesterday, "You just don't trust me." And I said, "Facts." And I said, "I love you. I will literally take the bullet for you. But the reason that I don't trust you is because you can't maintain your reliability for a month." I said, "Because I put my wall up, I take it down for you, and what do? You're inconsistent again. You say, I'm going to do this, and you're a no show. I promise I'm coming through, and you're a no show. I'm going to go to church with you, and you're a no show. I'm going to take you out to dinner when I get my paycheck, and you're a no show." So, no, I don't trust you. Trust is something that is built. It's not just earned, it's also built. The fundamental foundational building blocks of trust are consistency, open communication, vulnerability, and reliability over time. So don't get it twisted. Trust is a process. Don't skip the process of building trust because just like good friendships are built over time, so is trust. This thing that we call trust is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Don't get burned because you trusted too soon. And don't hold the wall so high that people can't ever prove their reliability over time because sometimes we do that too. You know what? I hope that this message has been meaningful to you because I had to give it to a young person straight why their mother doesn't trust them. And it was hard for them to hear, but they received it. And I said, just continue to be consistent, communicate with your mom frequently, and allow her to communicate with you. It can't be a one way communication pattern. Show some vulnerability. Mama made some mistakes. I recognize that. I recognize that I have not yet earned your trust. And then tell them, and I said to him, you've got to prove your reliability over time. A week is not time, baby. A month is not time when you have destroyed trust. It takes a long time to build it back up, but it is possible to build or rebuild trust. I'm the amazing T Street. You know what, y'all? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So I wanted this morning shout out my girl Katina. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Brown, and good morning, Erica Elmore. I love y'all and I appreciate you coming on. Have an amazing, amazing day.